Urination. We all do it. But are we doing it right? Well, the short answer to that is yeah. We probably all are. But if you are producing a midstream urine specimen to diagnose urinary tract infection at your local hospital, you could be doing it very wrong. Contamination in urine samples has been identified by West Australian health professionals as an area that requires more attention. But how can they determine where they focus their efforts? And how will they track their progress? That's where data science comes in. With access to over 130,000 urine samples, I've been working with PathWest to find the answer. In this video, I will show you how I have presented the data in data visualization software Tableau. Before we do any visualizations, we have to clean up the data using some code. Now, as promised, let's look at some visualizations in Tableau. Here we have a plot of the performance of different units within a hospital. On the left-hand side, we have repeat testing, and on the right, there are the results of the tests. Both are presented in a color-coded bar chart with the percentage of total on the vertical axis and the key clinical units on the horizontal axis. As you can see on the left-hand side, there are filters which I've fiddled around with a little bit. So at the moment, I've got females selected. The entire thing that you can see on screen is called a dashboard. It's something that's used in Tableau to present multiple ideas at once with an array of plots. Now, if we jump into something a little bit different, let's try and build our own plot from scratch. You've got to have a look at the process of how we build something. So let's look at something quite interesting. Might not be that useful, but something quite interesting. So we've got organisms isolated in a test. So first we pop those into the area and we do it by color because colors are nice. And then we want the number of tests. So we chuck that in there and it doesn't quite work out, but then we put it as text and it's still not quite what we want. We got off to the right hand of the mysterious right hand side of the screen. I'm afraid the screen capture didn't capture it quite right, and we get this. But we've got a whole bunch of something called NA. So we right click, get rid of that. And now we've got E. coli and things like that. You can see it very clearly. So E. coli is a big portion of that chart. And then we change the colors to organisms, then switch a few other things around, get some labels going. And it starts to look pretty good. Yeah, so now we've got the numbers there, but we can't see what organisms they are. So we can go over to the organism isolated and drag that into text. And there we have it. We've got a nice little plot. So that's about it. That's how we can use data visualization to find key insights about urine samples. I'd like to thank Innovation Central and PathWest for making this opportunity possible. The last 10 weeks have been great for me, and I've truly cherished this experience. Thank you for watching. I hope you found it both informative and entertaining.